Hello. Get set up here. All right, let me get my screen shared. Hi, Tia. Hi, Madison. All right, get this set up and we'll get started. Simon, nice to have you here. All right, I'm gonna screen share. Paul, nice to see you. Authentic and Thriving starts with you. All right, how is everyone tonight? Okay, let me get this started. Oh, I'm so honored to be here tonight. So thank you for giving me a moment to just get situated here. Happy Thursday and happy December. I have been quietly working behind the scenes. For many of you that follow, you know that I do live videos often on Facebook, but I've actually taken a little bit of a break because I've been creating. I've been creating a lot of good stuff. I have been excited about 2019 and manifesting the business that I've been looking forward to. So let's just jump right in. Tonight is all about you, and I'm going to give you lots of tips. If you're just now tuning in, I have about an hour-long presentation. So this is not for the faint of heart. This is for you if you really want to know how to create that authentic and thriving business of your dreams in 2019. So definitely stay tuned. I have a lot of really great stuff to share. I have a lot of slides that I've created, so I'm going to flip through them very quickly. This is a webinar. I will be checking in on comments and questions throughout the webinar, so feel free to ask away. I'm glad you're here, and let's just jump right in. So 3 secrets to an authentic and thriving business in 2019 without feeling distracted, lost, and unworthy along the way. I'm going to show you all my good stuff today. So if you are watching, if you comment #live if you're watching with us live, I have a special gift. And if you comment #replay, I'll also give you a gift if you're watching the replay after tonight. Let's see. Okay. All right, so believe it or not, authentic and thriving starts with you. And I'm going to show you just a few simple things that you can start doing right away to feel authentic and feel like you are thriving. All right, so today I'm going to share my 3 secrets with you because I used to not feel authentic and I used to not feel like I was thriving in life or business. But I figured a few things along the way, and now I'm more authentic and more thriving than ever, and I want to share my secrets with you. So first I want to ask, why are you here? Why are you here tonight? Why are you watching this video? What's in it for you? So I'm going to guess that if you're here tonight with me, that there's a part of you that's distracted, a part of you that feels like your work is diluted, and you also feel very disenchanted with your life and business. And I have some secrets for you because I used to be there, very distracted, very diluted, very disenchanted with my work, and it drove me crazy. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, but I'm going to guess that you're here because you want more prosperity, more passion, more peace, and more purpose in your life. I wanted all of those things too, but I was working and I felt like I was the hamster on the wheel on this never ending rat race. And I just couldn't find whatever I did. I could not feel like I'd find prosperity, passion, peace, or purpose. I just found struggle. I found frustration. I found exhaustion. I found all of those things, and maybe you can relate. So if you're watching, comment #relate if you can relate to wanting all of these things, but feeling like they are out of reach for you. So I'm going to tell you my story here. I'll go ahead and just jump right in. I've been wanting to be a chiropractor since I was 6 years old. That was my life's work, my life's dream. And so for 20 years, I had my focus honed in on becoming a chiropractor. By the time I was 25, I graduated from chiropractic college. There's me and my parents. So at 25 years old, I graduated from chiropractic college and quickly opened my very own office. At 25, I became a businesswoman and I was building the practice of my dreams. I had my dream office. I had my dream practice. I was busy. I was somewhat successful, but I wasn't happy. Can anyone relate to that? I had always deeply desired happiness, success, impact, meaningful work ever since I was very little. And so this is what I was striving for. So let me tell you here, this is me on the right, adjusting a little baby. I see a lot of babies, pregnant women, and families. I'm a wellness chiropractor in Rockwall, Texas. And these are my 3 kids. Not really. I'm not old enough to have these 3 kids. This is my husband here on my left. He's my big kid. He's actually also in chiropractic school. He's been in school for about 4.5 years or so, and he'll be graduating shortly, which we're really excited for. And then these are my bonus kids. These are his biological children, my children at heart. This is Jordan. She's almost 16, and Christian, he's almost 18. These are my people, and this is my office, and I have fun every day. In practice, I had a mission to help as many people in my lifetime as I could, especially children. And I also became a certified clinical nutritionist. So I was doing a lot of really big things, but I really couldn't figure out why I wasn't happy. I had a great home life. I had a great career. I just always felt this void no matter what I would do. I always felt this void in my life and my business. And it really centered around my business because I felt like my life's work was really missing something. I just felt like I wasn't doing enough or I wasn't on the right track. I had to, when I was at my office, I had to go home and I worked more. I spent hours and hours on my laptop at home, just trying to figure out how I could build a business that truly set my soul on fire, because I really felt like my business was missing something, even though to everyone else, it appeared that I had it all together. Can anyone relate to that? But really, I was miserable on the inside, and maybe you can relate to this too. I really boils down to I had no idea what it meant to be authentic. And I certainly did not know what it felt like to thrive. My norm was basically just surviving. And this never felt good. It left me again feeling empty and just hanging on by a thread. Everything in my life felt like it was suffering because of what was going on up here between the connection between my head and my heart. They were totally disconnected. My head was constantly doing one thing while my heart was feeling another. I was strung in a million different directions. I was almost borderline depressed, and everything was suffering. My marriage, my health, my sanity, my bank account. This was 3 years ago, and I really, truly, I hit rock bottom. It was October of 2015, and everything around me was crumbling. And I'm so glad that I pulled myself together and got out of that. But I also look back at that time and realize that it was one of the biggest blessings in my life to have all of these things change, because it required me to make some major decisions in my life to get things back on track. But when everything was suffering, I still knew that I was meant for more. And I think that that's what got me so upset and so sad and so depressed and lonely, is I knew I was capable of something so much greater than what I had and what I had already created, but I couldn't figure out how to get there. No matter what I tried, I was just spinning my wheels. Maybe you can relate to that. I wanted to run away. I wanted to run away from my life. I wanted to pack my bags and move to Mexico. I daydreamt for months and months and months about how I could run away from everything that I had built, everything that I knew. None of it made me happy. And I thought the best solution was just to run away and get a fresh start somewhere. But I knew that that wasn't practical. I considered getting on antidepressants. If you know me, I'm very holistic, and I knew that that wasn't the solution. But I needed some solutions right away because I could hardly cope with life at this time. One day I decided to be strong, and I had a conversation with myself, and I pulled myself together. I knew that I could either run or I could find the solution. And if you know me, I love solutions. I love being a problem solver. And so I began soul searching. I knew the answer was within. There was something in my gut that knew that running wasn't the answer, but if I could dig deep, I could find the answers. If I could uncover why I got to this place in the first place, that then maybe I could start solving some really big problems. So this soul searching journey was the journey of a lifetime. I began the journey of a lifetime 3 years ago after hitting rock bottom. And again, that's why I'm so thankful for that rock bottom time of my life, because I don't think I would have started this journey that I'm now here with you today because of this journey. And now I'm going to share it all with you. So it's time to take notes. I'm going to share with you my 3 secrets. So let me ask you a couple questions here. Are you ready? Are you ready to have more meaning and more impact in your life and business? Are you ready? How would that feel if you had a bigger impact to make every single day? You know you're meant for more, just like I knew I was meant for more. I want to ask you this. Are you tired of feeling that void in your life? Gosh, that was the most exhausting thing. Day after day after day, I was on this journey of like, oh, maybe this will work. Maybe this will be the next thing I need. I don't know how much money I wasted because I kept thinking that if I just invested in this, or I bought this program for my office, or if I went to this training, I just kept thinking that it's called shiny penny syndrome, right? I kept thinking that those shiny penny objects were going to fill the void in my life. And actually, it did the very opposite thing. It created more of a void in my life. Are you stuck? Are you over being stuck and stagnant? Are you done? You're just like, I don't want to be stuck anymore. I've been stuck for long enough. I am ready to blow up. I am ready to expand. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to enrich my life. Yes. Tell me in your comments. Let me know if those relate to you. Are you tired of those feelings of fear, doubt, and unworthiness? You're over it. Let's not let fear keep you down any longer. Would you like to feel like you are living on purpose? Then stay tuned, because I have my secrets coming up very, very soon. Would you like to feel less distracted and more focused? I'll show you how. This is my promise to you tonight, that you will walk away tonight with valuable information in which you can begin implementing right away to start authentically thriving. Are you ready? So, Jenna, you're asking, how do I build an authentic and thriving life and business, not just for 2019, but for your legacy, for an ongoing, to build your legacy, your authentic and thriving legacy? Are you ready to build that business of your dreams and create a life that you love? Yes, I'm ready to show you my 3 secrets. And quite honestly, they're pretty simple. So before I get in, I just want to share with you my definition, or actually it's the Webster's Dictionary definition of authentic. Authentic means an undisputed origin, very genuine. Now, when I realized, it was one day I was standing in my office. I was 31 years old. I'm 34 now. So this was 3 years ago, in the midst of my breakdown. I was standing in my office and I thought to myself, I have no idea what authentic means. And I looked around and I looked, in all of my rooms in my office, and I realized that my office was no reflection of the true me, because I didn't know who the true me was. I had a little bit of this from one coach and a little bit of that from what I learned at one seminar. And I had a little bit of this of what they taught me in chiropractic school. And I had a little bit of this from the chiropractors that I used to work with. It was like this hodgepodge of things that I thought would make me a successful chiropractor. And I looked around, I was like, all of this stuff literally drives me nuts and I'm over it. So yeah, I did not have an authentic practice. Can you relate? Is your business a hodgepodge of just what everyone else is telling you, but it's not of your organic, genuine origin? Now, the definition to thrive is to grow or develop well or vigorously, to prosper, to flourish. I love that. Who wants to grow and develop well, not just survive? I don't know about you, but raise your hand if you have felt like you're just surviving and you just desperately want to flourish. I don't blame you. We are all meant to flourish in this lifetime. But what happens is we get in our own way. We get stuck in our heads. We let our fears, insecurities, limiting beliefs, and all of that other crap affect us. And so we have a very hard time to thrive. So my secret number 1 for you is, if you want an authentic and thriving life and business, you have to be willing to commit to change. And I want to tell you a really interesting story about this. Let me take a sip. So again, if you're tuning in, if you'll comment hashtag live to let me know that you're here with me. If you comment, if you're watching the replay, comment hashtag replay. And for everyone joining me live or as the replay, I will send you a very special gift that I've created just for you. All right, so secret number 1 is to commit to change. So again, in the midst of my hamster wheel life, where I just felt like this never-ending search and quest, and just going and working, but never really feeling satisfied. I had big dreams, I had a big vision, but it was like everything I was doing, it seemed like my vision and my dreams were just getting harder and harder to accomplish. They were getting further and further away, and I was exhausted. And I had this conversation with someone who he wanted me to buy into his coaching program, which was like $7,000. And I needed to make a decision right then and there, or the price was going to go up. And I was bawling, and my husband was like, what's going on? And there's this part of me that he made me feel like the only solution to get better and to go after my dreams was to join his program. And so I hung up the phone with him, and I was like, okay, I know that that's not the only solution. And at that moment, he helped me realize that if I didn't change, if I didn't commit to change, things were just going to keep getting harder. They were going to keep getting further and further away. So even though I didn't join his program, which he made me feel that was the only solution to my problem, that I was not going to get the results I wanted. But I hung up the phone and I said, you know what? I don't need him. I'm going to commit to change right now, even if I don't join his program. So I want to ask you this. Would you like a change? Are you happy with where you are? If so, this is probably not the webinar for you. But if you would like more, if you would like better, if you would like more growth, more expansion, more impact, more influence in your life, if you would like to feel like you're a little less distracted, what if you could work less and enjoy life more? That would be a nice change, wouldn't it? So if you would like a change, comment #change. Yes. What will happen? Let me ask you this. What will happen if nothing changes? If you just keep going in the direction that you're going? I really, truly believe that this question right here is life-changing. Because if you can just for a second wrap your mind around where things are going if nothing changes, if you desperately want to change, but nothing changes, where will you be? Where will you be next year? In 5 years? In 10 years? If you're not committed to change, you'll probably stay right where you are for all of this time. And it's not until you decide to commit to change will you start getting better results in your life. You have to be committed. It's going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to be painful. There's going to be tears. There's going to be days where you want to throw in the towel. But if you come back to your commitment, you will continue to grow, expand, and enrich your life if you're committed to change. So if nothing changes for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, is that okay with you? Or are you willing today to commit to change? So this brings me to secret number 2. The thing that led me down a very authentic path were the spiritual practices that I started implementing in my life. Now, I know that this sounds very personal and spiritual. When I say spiritual, it's not religious. It's spiritual. It's getting connected to my spirit and the universal intelligence. So when I committed to a spiritual practice, I noticed major shifts in creating an authentic and thriving life and business. So I wanted to cover just a couple of things of what those are. So I started doing yoga and I started meditating and I started just really getting clear with who I am, what I'm capable of, and really started embracing my spiritual gifts. And it was when I realized that I had more gifts than just helping patients with their health, that I had more gifts to help people up here. That's when I realized that I would make a really great life coach. So when I thought that I needed to do something more in my practice, I first became a certified clinical nutritionist to help people with their nutrition needs. And I realized that didn't make me excited. So then I started going into yoga teacher training. And I realized that didn't make me happy either. Then I thought, I'll just be a health coach. That didn't make me happy either. And then in January of this year, just about 12 months ago, my first coaching client started to sign up with me. And let me tell you, that made me happy. You see, sometimes what we think we need to do isn't always what we're destined to do. So I thought, because my certificates and my education and my background was all around health, but I really thought in my head that I needed to stay on this path in my business that was focused around health. And I actually thought that it wasn't okay for me to start stepping outside of the box and exploring new things. And then I realized, you know what? I've got to do what I'm good at. I've got to do what I'm naturally happy doing. And that was when I started my life coaching business in January. And it's been the most amazing experience ever. I wouldn't have gotten to this place where I thought that that was okay had I not done all of these things. So spiritual practices, just some of the ones that I practice and that I want to share with you and want to encourage you that if you're looking to create more of an authentic and thriving life and business, you've got to make time to get connected. So meditation and quiet time is so, so important for getting grounded, for like I put down here at the bottom, spiritual downloads. I've had the most amazing spiritual downloads that come to me while I'm meditating, because it's through that time that I get guidance and I'm open to receive for all of these amazing downloads so that I can start implementing them in my life and business. I'm here with you tonight. This authentic and thriving business blueprint is part of a spiritual download that I received during my quiet time. It was an answer to one of the things that I was looking for clarity around. Some of the other spiritual practices that I've incorporated are just some really deep healing around the patterns and the old patterns and beliefs that I've accumulated over the years. If you're stuck with fear, limiting beliefs, if you're stuck and feeling like you're not worthy of the business that sets your soul on fire, I want to encourage you that there might be a lot of healing that you need to do around some beliefs that you may be holding on to that just aren't serving you anymore. So I had to get really serious about uncovering those. And actually, we hold those beliefs in our tissues, in our body. And so we have to release those through meditation, through energy practices, and things like that. And so those are just some of the few things that I've been doing to start feeling like I could get to my authentic self and let go of all of those things that were holding me back. Some other practices, some other spiritual practices for my secret number 2 is getting really in tune to the law of attraction. The law of attraction is amazing. If you've ever heard what you think about, you bring about, oh my goodness, when you get really ingrained in and understanding the law of attraction, your mind is very, very powerful in attracting some pretty amazing things that you can manifest for you personally and professionally. So I've been using the law of attraction for many, many years, but taking that to a whole nother level as I've dove into my spiritual practices. So also incorporating some self-awareness practices, tapping into my spiritual gifts, and also the universal intelligence. The universe can be very, very good to you if you are good to it. So whatever you put out there, you also get back. You've heard that. That's one of the universal laws. And so that is just another part of the spiritual practices. When you can tap into these for your spiritual practices, secret number 2, this will help you feel like you can tap into that authentic version of yourself and really get clear on letting go of those things so that you can start thriving in your life and business. So all of these spiritual practices can help you connect with yourself and the world around you. They can help you listen to your inner guidance. Yes, you have an inner guide, and it knows what's best for you. It knows what you want. It knows what you're destined for. But if we ignore those voices, that's when we'll get very distracted, very frustrated, very deluded, and very disenchanted. That's where I was, because I wasn't listening to my guide. I was listening to all the other gurus in my profession telling me how I should run my practice, but it wasn't how I wanted to run my practice. And it wasn't until I discovered that, hey, it's okay not to do it this way. That's when I started discovering the greatness within. And you have greatness within as well. And I would love to help you uncover it. So this brings me to my secret number 3. Secret number 3 for an authentic and thriving life and business is getting support. So coaching, training, accountability, mentorship, all of those things. This is a secret to growth and expansion and enriching your life, is follow the people who have been there. Follow the people who you strive to be like. They have something very important to teach you. If you are attracted to someone and someone's thoughts and processes and demeanors, it's because they're radiating something that you wish that you could attract yourself. And so I've been blessed to make sure that my growth has always been something very high on my value list. And so 6 years ago, I actually started a business mastermind. I've been doing it for 6 years. It's a 4-year long program. I get access to all the modules. It's called Business Finishing School. I've been a part of that and their community for 6 years. I go to their live events. I connect with other mastermind groupies, and together we help each other build the business of our dreams, the business that we're super passionate about. And through that group, I found 2 accountability partners. So there's a group of 3 of us. We have been meeting almost every single Friday, unless there's a holiday or a family function. We are together every single Friday on the phone for 1 hour. We live all over the United States. And so we have committed to each other and our growth. This has helped me dramatically create an authentic and thriving life by having this accountability group that holds me accountable to my growth. Because if you don't have someone holding you accountable to your growth and checking in on a weekly basis to see what you're up to, you'll stay stagnant. Yeah, if we go 2 weeks without talking, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do any of the work. But each week we make checklists and we chat. And so it's really been instrumental in my growth and expansion. 2 years ago, as of January, I joined a laptop lifestyle group mentorship. So one of my mentors and coaches got very sick in chiropractic, and he was not able to work as a chiropractor anymore. I too have had those fears. What will happen to me if I get sick in practice and I can't show up anymore? I knew that I had to have a plan B. So I started working under him. And my plan B at first, and I'll be totally honest, when I first joined him, I was like, okay, I'm going to create something that will create a residual income. And then what I realized is that residual income is not meaningful work. What I actually wanted to create was something meaningful, something true, and a true expression of who I am, a way so that I could express who I am and use my spiritual gifts in helping other people around the world through the use of technology. And this training today is just one benefit that I've learned. I've learned how to do Zoom webinars and show you my screen because I've been in this laptop lifestyle group. And then last January, just 1 year ago, I hired my very own life and spiritual coach. We've been working together one-on-one and having a connection, and she's holding me really accountable. She's helped me really dive deep and working on some pretty big stuff so that I could get over it and learn how to step into the fullness of being me. And now with 2019 around the corner, I'm still committed to my growth and development, my coaching and accountability and trainings. So I have my radar open for a new program that I will be starting early 2019 to continue to grow, expand, and learn. So I want to share one testimony that I got from one of my life coaching clients that I've been helping her also create an authentic and thriving life. I've been working with her one-on-one. And here she writes, "You have changed my life. I want to thank you for this amazing experience, and we're only on week 2. Letting go of expectations is exactly what I've needed to hear and focus on. After releasing expectations, I feel so good. It's time to change my thinking. I feel so optimistic and hopeful. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now I just want to learn how to retain this energy. I just wanted to share my gratitude, joy, optimism, and love with you. This is the power of working with someone one-on-one to help them be that outside voice, to help give them the outsider's perspective on helping them uncover, release, and get over obstacles and really see the possibilities for themselves. All of my coaching clients, I love to stretch and expand them. My coaches also make me stretch. So let me ask you this for secret number 3. Are you being stretched? Is there anyone in your life who is stretching you, who is requiring you to stretch and expand? When you stretch, when you get outside of your comfort zone, that is when you will grow and expand and get to the next level of your life and business. And I also want to make a very important acknowledgement here. When I say life and business, those are not separate. Your life is not separate from your business. Your business is not separate from your life. What I love to teach is that everything's connected, and how you show up for one thing is how you show up for everything, and how you're impacted and how you're being affected in one area of your life will actually trickle into all of the other areas of your life. You have your spiritual life, your family life, your job, your financial life, your health. You have all these different levels of your life, and they're not separate. They are all part of what makes you, you. And so when you're being stretched in one area in your business per se, it also is stretching you in all of your other areas. So are you ready to build an authentic and thriving life and business? Let's just recap here over our 3 secrets. Number 1 is being committed to change. Number 2 is your spiritual practices. And number 3 is getting the coach, accountability, and support that you need. So all you need is you. To build an authentic and thriving life and business, all you need is you. You need the ability to change. You need to desire to be a lifelong learner. And you have to have the willingness to take one step at a time. So let's just explore the possibilities for a second. If you were to have an authentic and thriving life and business, you would be not playing small anymore. You would quit the second guessing. You're going to stand up for you. You're going to uncover your soul's desires and life purpose. You're going to end the people pleasing once and for all. You're going to stop apologizing for who you are. You're going to say goodbye to comparison, trade in your struggles for true transformation, go after what you've been wanting, love yourself, and love your life's work. Make the difference you desire. This sounds like an authentic and thriving life and business to me. Oh, that sounds so good. So if this is something you want, if you want all of this, then I want you, even if you have no idea what's in store next, I want you to just say, I'm in. If you're watching now and you're saying that all sounds great, comment below, I'm in. Your authentic and thriving business is right around the corner. I want to make a very, very, very special announcement. I've been working really hard over the last couple of years, and I've been building some really amazing things, and I'm bringing it all together in one place. And I'm now enrolling for new members of the Authentic and Thriving Academy. We have about a dozen active members already, and I'm looking to add about a dozen more. So the Authentic and Thriving Academy is full of systems and support to help you access clarity, confidence, and courage to help you expand your influence, your impact, and your income through a business aligned with your higher purpose. I've been working so hard to build a business aligned with my higher purpose, and this is it. I know that I'm here. My gift to you is to be your guide, to be your authentic and thriving guide, because I've learned all of these things and I can't wait to share them with you. So we have about 12 spots available. Before I even release this webinar, I've actually had 3 conversations with people who are already going to take one of those spots. So we have 9 spots remaining. The Authentic and Thriving Academy will personally help you, in 2 different realms, personally and professionally. So on the personal side, the Authentic and Thriving Academy will teach you daily practices to help you get clear and connected with yourself and the world around you. We'll help you explain how to break free of those self-sabotaging behaviors, show you how you got them, and show you how you can get rid of them once and for all. The Authentic and Thriving Academy is going to support you as you begin to grow and expand personally and professionally. Learning to grow, when you try to grow, it is hard. That's why not everybody does it, because you reach these ceilings and you reach this resistance. And so we teach you strategies on how to actually break through all of those things that are actually holding you back. The program will also help you understand what you are truly capable of, because other people may see it, but you're probably your biggest critic. We show you how to have a whole different perspective and take away those critical glasses so that you can truly see what you're capable of. I'm going to give you the tools and support to create a life and business that you love. Remember, life and business are not separate. I'm going to help you navigate the challenges and uncertainties that will come up as you begin to grow and expand your business. So when I say your business, some of you might have a 9-to-5 job and you don't have a business. This is still the perfect program for you. Maybe you're a multi-level marketing, maybe you have a direct sales business. That's a real business. And I love helping people I love supporting women, especially in multi-level marketing businesses, because it's a personal growth and development company. The better you grow personally, the more you'll expand and enrich your life. I'm also going to guide you to explore deeper layers of yourself, your subconscious, and your spiritual desires. I will show you what all of this is. All right. Professionally, the Authentic and Thriving Academy is going to help you find your flow, your strengths, and your tribe. Teach you how to attract a massive following, provide you the tools to help you share your message to reach the masses. I'm going to guide you in creating, building, and scaling the business of your dreams. I'm going to help you discover where to spend your time, energy, and money to yield the results that you crave. And I'm going to support you in all facets of your authentic and thriving journey. Oh, I love this. I'm so excited. So comment, I'm in, if this all sounds really good to you. Comment, I'm in, if you want to be part of this Authentic and Thriving Academy and you don't even know what's in store yet. So I will teach you, just to recap, the Heal, Thrive, Shine system. This is a system I've put together. I believe that nobody can learn to shine if they don't learn how to heal first. If you're broken, if you're fearful, if you have old patterns that are running your life, your subconscious is defragmented, you'll never be able to shine. And so if you truly want to shine, because this is something I always wanted, but I couldn't figure out how to get there. If you truly want to shine, first you have to heal, then you'll learn how to thrive, and then you'll be shining bright. So I teach this 3-part system. I teach you how to heal and overcome limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, poor self-image, trauma from past relationships, rejection, self-doubt, fears, and insecurities, to help you begin to thrive by tapping into the clarity, confidence, and courage that's already within you, and help you become the most authentic and thriving version of yourself so that you can shine bright. Oh, hold on. Shine bright. I messed up on this slide. Shine bright and share your message with the world. So comment you want in if this is all something that sounds so good to you, if you're ready to put your struggles behind you and you want in. When you enroll in the Authentic and Thriving Academy, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get lifetime access to my virtual library. This is for business alignment practices to help make sure that your business is on track with your soul's desires. I'm going to help you with soul searching exercises. Sometimes we're like, yeah, I want a soul search, but you don't really know what to ask your soul. We're going to give you those exercises so you can find the clarity that you've been longing for. I'm going to teach you how to master self-care. That is something that I had to learn because it wasn't until I mastered self-care that I was actually able to start healing myself. I'm going to teach you all of these spiritual practices that helped me to get clear and connected. I'm going to teach you time management and hacking skills to accomplish 10 times more than you're already able to accomplish. The way you spend your time makes such a big difference. All of this is valued at over $3,000, just access to my virtual library and all of the amazing things that are in store for you there. But there's more. I'm also going to give you a 1 year all access pass to my private coaching community, where we'll get bi-weekly group coaching calls in a closed Facebook community, all for daily support, accountability, and community. The value of this is almost $2,000 itself. Plus, there will always be ongoing trainings for personal, business, and spiritual growth. You're going to get access to my exclusive VIP guest experts and a special savings for members only on all of my Authentic and Thriving live events and retreats, and so much more. So when you join, I'm also throwing in, for anyone who joins between now and December 10th, I have a lot of bonuses, so I'm going to roll through these really quickly. Everyone who joins is going to get 3 one-on-one support calls with me. Actually, not everyone who joins. This is for the next 5 members only, because my time is very valuable and also limited, because I'm also running my chiropractic office and coaching on the side. So for the next 3 members, you'll get 3 one-on-one support calls with me to help you on your authentic and thriving journey. The value of this is almost $1,500. Bonus number 2, a digital course that I've created, The Path to Authenticity. It's a 90-day blueprint to help you find your most authentic self. Bonus number 3, the 12-week self-care mastery program. Woo, there's a lot here. Bonus number 4, I'm gonna give you access to my 3 days to 10,000 fan formula. That's right. I've been teaching chiropractors and influencers how to actually turn their Facebook fan page into a fan generating machine, where in just 3 to 5 days, you could have 5 figures numbers of fans. That's pretty amazing. I'll teach you all of that within the community. Bonus number 5, you're going to get a 4-part limiting belief training. So you're going to be able to recognize and squash all of those limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Wow, that's a lot, guys. Let me just take a sip of water. So can you guess what the value of all of that was? Anyone calculating? The value of everything that I want to give you tonight is $7,803. That's a lot, but don't worry. I'm not going to charge you that much. I just want to help you. I want to help you authentically thrive. So let me just ask you for a second. If you did get all of that, and you did get all of these results, what would all of that be worth to you? What would it be worth to you to discover your authentic purpose? What would it be worth to you to love your life and business? To love it, to literally get out of bed every single morning and be excited about the work that you have in store for you? What would it be worth to you to be empowered and step into your greatness? What if you could step into your greatness? What would that be worth to you? What would you accomplish? What would it be worth to you not to feel like a doormat one more day? I don't know about you, but before I was authentically thriving, I was a doormat. I was a people pleaser. I let everybody run my life for me, and I felt like I had no say in my life and my day. And that was very frustrating, very exhausting. What would it be worth to align your business with your soul's desire? What would it be worth to you to experience a shift within? And what would it be worth to you to witness the world around you respond to you in a new way? So let's just recap everything you're going to get today. Lifetime access to the members-only virtual library. You're going to 1 year all-access pass to a private coaching community, the bi-weekly support group calls, ongoing trainings, daily interactions, VIP guest experts, special savings, 1 hour calls with me, Path to Authenticity e-course, 12-week self-care mastery program, my 3 days to 10K fans, 4-part limiting belief training. Oh, I didn't even mention, I'm throwing in a free self-discovery journal and ebook and a 47-page Dreaming Live workbook to help you really get on track with what you're meant to accomplish. So the total value of everything is $7,803. I'm not going to charge you that much, but I am going to let you in for only $1,497 for a whole year of this coaching and accountability program. The Authentic and Thriving Academy is yours for only $1,497. And I've decided that that is a really great price. I'm only allowing this price in until December 7th, or I'm sorry, December 10th. And on December 11th, the investment will actually double. So if you only want to pay this before December 11th, when I actually close down the enrollment doors, and I won't open them again until January, the price will double in January. So if you want all of this, I definitely encourage you to connect with me right away. I actually have even a payment option for you so that you could get started on your authentic and thriving journey tonight for as little as $297 if you choose the payment option. I'm making it really doable for you so that you can jump on board and begin to create that authentic and thriving life and business that sets your soul on fire. So I want to ask you this. What is your gut saying? You have the call tonight. Do you have a calling within that's saying, I want more. I want to be authentically thriving? Then I want to encourage you to reach out to me. I'm also going to add a link for you at the very last slide so that you can check out the page, the registration page. So that's for you in just a moment. But I want to just really encourage you that if there's something within your gut, you're going to have two voices. You're going to have the fear of, oh no, that's so much money, or this is not the right time. You're going to have all the fears, like what if I don't do it? What if it's not the right fit? And then you're going to have the, oh my gosh, I resonate with this. This feels like a good fit. I want to be authentically thriving. And many of you, that's not what you want. But if it is what you want, you have the calling inside, I want you to just listen to that. Because it's when we ignore the calling is when life stays difficult, life stays hard. When we listen to the calling, life becomes easier. Life becomes full of more ease and more flow and more abundance and more growth. Those things are on the other side of you taking action. I have goosebumps right now just talking about all of the times that I've committed and I've said yes. It's allowed me to grow and expand to the next level. I would not be here tonight sharing all of this. I would not be here having created all that I've created had I let the fears, insecurities, doubts, and limiting beliefs hold me back. I listened to the calling. I've gotten really good at that, and I'm going to teach you how to get really good. So if this all sounds good to you, then I want you to comment one last time, I want in. If you want in, I'll personally reach out to you if you've commented below, and we will get you squared away. So either reach out to me via private message or go to our registration page tonight and be one of the first members to join us so that you can get those 3 one-on-one calls with me. And remember, the doors will close midnight, December 10th, and the price will double come January. So I definitely don't want you to miss out. This has been a broadcast on just my personal Facebook page alone. I really wanted to give my Facebook friends and community access to joining my program before I double the price and start advertising this program to the public. So my friends and Facebook family, you're getting first dibs on the Authentic and Thriving Academy, which is full of so many great things. It's all for you to have. And I would really love for you to come be a part of our community. drjennazellers.com/Authentic Academy. I would love to see you there. If you have any questions, you can message me. It's been an honor to share this information with you. If you do nothing else, just remember my 3 secrets this evening. Commit to change, begin your spiritual practices, and look for coaching, support, mentorship, whatever you have to do to help you grow, expand, and enrich your life so that you too can live an amazing, authentic, and thriving life and business. It's been a pleasure to be with you tonight, and we will talk soon.